Hey everybody, I'm Double Beef Only Boudreaux, back with another installment of WGS-TV right here on the WGS YouTube channel, joined by Andy and Ashley. And if you guys saw the previous video on, of the RAW review, this is what we promised to doing, and we're going to do it here on this video, is talk about CM Punk and this shoot segment. Is it a shoot? Is it a work? And I know everybody's up in arms about this whole thing, because for one thing, nobody really expected it. But Ashley, you want to talk about a few of the things that he mentioned in his promo?
Well, I managed to get actually a transcript so we can go through it stage by stage if you want. Basically starts off with the aftermath. Cena's been put through the table by R-Truth, thanks to the distraction by Punk. And he then goes and does his little sit down on the entrance ramp and tells Cena that while he lays there, hopefully as uncomfortably as possible, he wants Cena to digest what Punk has to say. Before Punk leaves in 3 weeks with the WWE title, he's got a lot to get off his chest. He doesn't hate Cena. In fact, he likes Cena. He likes him a lot more than most of the guys in the back. But he hates the idea that Cena's the best, because he isn't. Punk's the best in the world. Best in the world there, possibly a reference to the last Ring of Honor pay-per-view that happened this past Sunday. No, that's just my point of view. He then added, there's one thing Cena's better at than Punk, and that's kissing Vince McMahon's ass.
Yeah.
Cena's as good as kissing Vince's ass as Hogan was. But not as good as Dwayne. He's a pretty good ass kisser. Always was, still is.
That's the first pot shot I didn't see coming.
I'm breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah.
I think he even says hi Dwayne as well. Punk is the best wrestler in the world. This has been the best, he's been the best in the company since day one when he walked in, and he's been vilified and hated since that day because Paul Heyman saw something in Punk that nobody wanted to admit.
Which would explain the fact of why he started in the ECW, or WWECW. Yeah.
Then Cena starts rolling away from the table, getting it, away from it. Then Punk says, yeah, I'm a Paul Heyman guy. And you know who else is? Brock Lesnar.
That's a name I didn't expect to hear on WWE programming again.
Yeah. He split just like Punk splitting. But the biggest difference between him and Brock is that Punk's leaving with the WWE title. He's grabbed so many of Vince McMahon's imaginary brass rings that they're just that. Imaginary. The only thing that's real is CM Punk. That day in and day out for 6 years that he's the best on the mic, in the ring, and even at commentary. Nice dig at Michael Cole.
Yeah.
Nobody can touch him. No matter how many times he proved it, he's not on our lovely little collector's cups, he's not on the program, he's barely promoted, not in any movies, not on the DVD covers, not in any crappy shows on the USA Network. Interesting line.
Yeah.
He's not on the poster for WrestleMania, and not even in the signature that's produced at the start of it. Not on Conan O'Brien, not on Jimmy Fallon. But the fact of the matter is, he should be.
He's got a point, though.
It is, yeah, it isn't sour grapes, it's what it is. That Dwayne is in the main event of WrestleMania 28. Makes Punk sick.
And it makes a lot of people sick. It makes a lot of people sick, considering the fact that, the only reason why he's in the main event on WrestleMania 28 is one, that he probably did kiss Vince McMahon's ass, and two, he's just going on being just on his name, based on his name, that he is The Rock, that he deserves to be in this main event at WrestleMania 28, whereas CM Punk has been working and working and working, and When's the last time Rock has actually done a match? I mean, he never even did a match when he came back, you know, for the whole WrestleMania thing. Not one single match. All he did was promo after promo after promo. Then he would rock bottom and beat up somebody, whether it be The Miz or John Cena. But Rock came back, did not do a single solitary match. They agreed to a match after WrestleMania is over for WrestleMania 28 to be in the main event for the WWE Championship. It's already been signed, sealed, and agreed to, and Rock is going back to doing movies in the time being, instead of saying that, quote, he was back for good, and which was, we all knew was a load of shit.
Just like I said, originally he was back for his own ends.
During all this, people were cheering Punk, and basically, yeah, as a proper heel does, he goes, oh, all those people that are cheering for me, you're as much the problem as the ones that are sipping out those collector cups. You're just as much as the people that hate me, because they're the people that are cheering, the ones that are sipping out those collector cups, buying the programs, and then at 5 in the morning, you shove the program in CM Punk's face for an autograph, and then sell it on eBay because they're too lazy to get a real job. He then says, he's leaving on July the 17th after Money in the Bank with a WWE title. Maybe he'll go defend it in New Japan. Maybe he'll go back to Ring of Honor.
Ooh.
Then he turns to the camera, waves, and goes, hey, Colt Cabana.
Now, with that, especially on WWE programming, I think that would kind of be considered taboo to name other wrestling organizations. Not so much New Japan Pro Wrestling. I think more along the lines of Ring of Honor and Colt Cabana. Now,
especially when they've now got a television deal coming on pretty soon.
yeah,
So they'll be in competition with Impact and WWE marketing.
Punk says the reason he's leaving is the fans. They'll keep pouring money into this wheel after he's gone. He's just a spoke in on the wheel. It will keep turning. McMahon will keep making money despite himself. He's a millionaire who should be a billionaire. And you know why he's not a billionaire? And, by the way, I'm actually inserting the word here that was cut out from the broadcast, if you noticed it.
yes, there was a word that was censored.
He surrounds himself with glad-handing, nonsensical douchebag yes-men like John Laurinaitis, who tell Vince what he wants to hear. Punk would like to think that this company will be better after Vince's death, but the fact of the matter is it's going to get taken over by his idiotic daughter and his doofus son-in-law and the rest of his stupid family.
That's
Then Punk wants to tell a personal story. Yeah, Punk wants to tell a personal story about McMahon. They do the whole bully campaign. And then as soon as he says that,
That's when he gets cut off. And like I said, there's going to be a lot. There's a lot of people that are up in arms. You know, is this a shoot? Is this a work? I think kind of a mixture of both.
Yeah, it's a work shoot. It's a woot, or it's a
Shork.
It's a shirt.
Schwerk.
Schwerk. That's the
Welcome
WGS
to
word of the day.
Sweden, home of the shork.
WGS word of the day.
Schwerk.
Schwerk. And you have to make the hand movements, guys. You'll see it on the video when I put it up.
Put your hands on
Schwerk.
your hips and go schwerk.
Oh, you better schwerk it, baby.
Well, now after the show that it appeared on, we should do the diamond cutter sign for shwerk.
Schwerk. You'll see it on the video, Ashley. Schwerk.
Yeah.
Or maybe like this. Schwerk. You'll see it, Ash. Anyway. And now this is something that CM Punk seems to be rather good at, is just causing this controversy. I know, again, we're gonna...
Something he's good at is on the mic. He's brilliant on the mic.
Yeah.
Why he hasn't been used more often, I will never know.
Now, he says, you know, that what he did wasn't sour grapes, but you still get the kind of feeling behind it that there were some sour grapes over the fact that he's not in the the opening for Raw. He's not on any programs. He's not on any DVD covers, posters, or any kind of thing like that. You know, you can deny the fact that, you know, that it's not sour grapes, but, you know, we can still tell it was, because, you know, if it wasn't sour grapes, that one, he wouldn't be complaining about it. Wouldn't you agree with that, guys?
Yeah, it's like if you work at Walmart, for example, you're an employee at Walmart and your colleague earns $1 million a year doing the same job that you earn $50,000 a year. It soon gets under your skin. CM Punk, in my opinion, although I do like John Cena, is a phenomenal wrestler. Always has been, always will be. He deserves to be up there with John Cena. He's probably done more for the company than John Cena. He's a better wrestler than John Cena and gets paid a tenth of the wage. Wouldn't that sort of upset you?
It would. It would. But I don't know.
Unfortunately, it's how the world is. Some people's phase he's fit, some people's phase he's don't, and I don't think he's ever fitted into the Vince's yes men. And I think with him coming out with the comments he's come out with tonight, he's basically proved that point, that I'm not going to bend over to get a good position in the company. I'm going to stand up for what I believe in, and I believe in a fair deal for everybody in the company. And I think that's what he's made quite clear. Everybody should be treated equal and paid probably the same, whether you're the top man or the bottom man. And I fully agree with that. They all put the same work in. Their bodies are all being put on the line every single day of their life while they're wrestling. And I hope a lot of people take it to heart and listen to what he's said, whether it's work or shoot. It's probably one of the best things that's happened to the industry in 10 plus years.
Wow. You know, news that's developed since all this. WWE's basically put out a statement by Vince McMahon, apparently, that said CM Punk was suspended indefinitely for his unprofessional conduct as soon as Raw went off the air. His official Facebook page has been pulled. His official
Twitter
is now no longer verified. And he no longer appears on the roster page for WWE either. So this, you know, in my opinion, it is a work, but this work is, you know, going to a whole
different level.
Yeah.
Yeah. The page actually on the WWE website with this statement has already retweeted 4,300 times. This is about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, about 3 hours after Raw went off the air.
Yeah.
It's had over 15,400 Facebook re-messages, and on various other sites like Blogger and Messenger and MySpace and Google Buzz and all that. It's on top of the Facebook, received over 19,800.
Wow.
And, you know, in 3 hours, it's done that. It shows people might be interested in wrestling again.
You know, just based on what he said in that promo, which just made it so controversial. I mean, you know, things that are normally taboo when you're cutting a promo in the WWE, he crossed that. I mean, he just took the word taboo and smashed it into the wall in that segment. I mean, mentioning Ring of Honor, Colt Cabana, New Japan Pro Wrestling, John Laurinaitis, Vince McMahon, Rock kissing his ass, John Cena kissing his ass, and stuff like that. I mean, he just, you know, put taboo up to the plate and just knocked it out of the ballpark in that segment.
Don't you think it's very strange, though, that a comment from a wrestler has caused all this stir and not something that's actually happened in the ring?
Yes, because considering the fact that, one, you're on WWE live programming, you are a big name. Even though, you know, he's got sour grapes that he hasn't been utilized enough, he is still a well-known name in the company. And then he's going to come out on the microphone live at the end of the show and make the kind of comments that he made. Again, he mentioned Ring of Honor, John Laurinaitis, Colt Cabana, things that you aren't supposed to do when you're cutting your promos in the WWE. He did, and that's what's caused. I believe, in my personal opinion, that's the whole reason why it's causing so much controversy. Is the fact that he crossed that barrier you're not supposed to cross in a promo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like switching on your local news at primetime TV and all the news presenters are naked and start effing and blinding. You just never saw it coming a million miles away.
Let me tell you something right now, guys. I promise you I will never appear naked in any of my videos.
It was just so out of the blue. It was a shocker. I'll admit, I'm mark. If it is a work, I'm a mark. I'm a big mark. I've really been taken in by this storyline.
Yeah,
I saw something coming because last week when he did it, and he had the cojones, he had the balls when the anonymous Raw general manager. Okay, it's storyline because I think it's a work, but that it's a very well written work. It's so well written. It's on that cusp. It's like, is it real? Is it work? It's about there. And for the best shoots and the best storylines, there needs to be that confusion about whether it's reality or whether it's script.
Is he the general manager?
Well, no, I don't think it's that. No, I don't think one.
That would be a spoke in the wheel. I can't ever see that.
He probably isn't the Raw general manager, given that he was in the middle of the ring and the Raw general manager was saying get out the ring, and CM Punk was saying like, I'm not leaving the ring until you actually listen. So while I'm waiting, I'm going to make snow angels. And then he starts doing the snow angel thing in the middle of the ring. It's like brilliant. I think, if they can't hold on to CM Punk's services, they're letting him go out in style.
Yes.
And what a goddamn style.
Yeah.
What a celebrity he's going to make, whichever if he decides to go to Impact, Ring of Honor, what a major star he's making himself into be.
There are some reports that Vince McMahon will be appearing in some shape or form next week on the Raw, which is being taped. I mean, I've had a look at the spoilers, and we're not going to say anything here
because I don't like spoilers.
Well, no, but also because we don't want to do, we don't want to really do spoilers on here unless they're extremely relevant, like to something like a real injury or something, because it's something like storyline like this. It's dodgy area. But I will say that McMahon will be discussing this situation with Punk next week.
Mm-hmm. And now, guys, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts about CM Punk's shoot promo at the end of Monday Night Raw this week? Leave your comments in the comment section below. We will also discuss it again this Wednesday night after our interview with Rodney Mack this Wednesday night on blogtalkradio.com/WGS Radio. And if you want to call in and discuss it, your comments and your thoughts on CM Punk's promo, is it a work, or is it a shoot, or is it a work shoot? What were your reactions to it? You can either call in on Wednesday night, or you can leave your comments in the comment section below. But again, don't forget, Wednesday night, Rodney Mack will be our special guest on WGS Radio, blogtalkradio.com/WGS Radio. Be sure you tune in. Go ahead.
The most important thing is with this video, rate us if you like it if you like it.
And subscribe.
Subscribe, comment, retweet it, as a Facebook, link it if you want, if you want to get views of everyone around, because I think this is going to be the talking point in all of wrestling probably for the next couple of weeks.
More than likely. Well, leading up until Money in the Bank, even.
One more thing before we go. If CM Punk does actually get to see this video, or any of his marketing people or management team get to see this video, we'd love you on the show on Wednesday.
Wow.
Please contact us.
Somehow...
You are now a free agent.
No.
work, then I wouldn't say that, because I have my...
Doubts.
Yeah. I have my... Well, not doubts. It's kind of fears. I want it to be real, but I isn't.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's doubt and fear at the same time, but it's a very well executed story. You know, I mentioned this, I believe, last week on the radio show, that the way that they've started this angle and actually brought in this whole gossip about, oh, when's he leaving, is he leaving, and actually, like, bring it into the storyline is very clever, because from what I've heard, some reports are suggesting that his contract actually runs out in about September.
Yeah.
Which makes me think as well, this, you know, it's a work within a work. Punk leaving the WWE isn't going to happen if he wins the title at Money in the Bank.
Well, I think the only thing we can do now is just speculate what's going to happen. So, with that being said, guys, for Andy, Ashley, I'm Double B Billy Boudreaux. Thank you very much for watching.
Suck it and see.